Did, did you by any chance look at the
States of America,
States of America?
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
Nation
under God, indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Henry,
Here.
Mr. Kaczynski,
Here.
Mr. Foley,
Here.
Mr. Emma,
Here.
Co.
Here.
Okay, Larry, could you present the open public meetings notification?
Sure, Chairman. This is a regular meeting of the Sayreville Zoning Board of Adjustment, and adequate notice has been provided as required in the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, often known as the Sunshine Law, by an annual notice, which was sent to the official newspapers of the borough, posted on the bulletin board, and posted on the borough's website, and filed with the municipal clerk. Additionally, as this meeting is being held electronically, notice of the electronic meeting, a Zoom meeting, has been provided. If you are online using your computer, when asked for public comment, you can use the hand raising feature next to your name. If you happen to be by telephone only, if you dial *9, that will activate the hand raising feature. And if you're on telephone, using *6 will mute you on and off. Mr. Chairman, that's the Open Public Meetings Act statement.
Right, thank you. Okay, let's just jump right into we only have one application tonight. And
Mr. Chairman, actually, if
yes.
we may, before we jump into that, a quick little housekeeping matter. I asked Joan to list it on the agenda. It's application 21-16. It's our board member, Phil Ella, and his wife, 16 Corey Street. There's a bulk variance application for a pool. Mr. Emmer would need to step down on this. It's not going to be heard tonight. Notice was provided for everyone within 200 feet, and that is going to be adjourned to August 25th at the same time. So if anyone's here on the Emma application for 16 Corey Street, this is your notice that you will be heard on August 25th and not this evening. There was a problem with the newspaper notice that Mr. Emma and his wife will renotice just in the newspaper only for the August 25th meeting. So I just wanted to clarify that so that we could maintain the notice within 200 feet, Mr. Chairman.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
All right, the application 2115, Creative Modular Homes. Who will be speaking for them?
Yes, good evening, Mr. Chairman. Good to see you. Lauren
Good to see you, Larry.
Sachs. Good to see you. Thank you, Bill. Lauren Sachs on behalf of the applicant, Creative Modular Homes. As I know that the board is aware, you are familiar with this company. They have built a number of homes throughout Sayreville and appeared in front of this board on several occasions. This particular property is located at the corner of McCutcheon Avenue and Bissett Street. It's also known as Block 168.09, Lot 5.02. My client is before you this evening seeking some bulk variance relief, which I will have our engineer and planner describe. But essentially, this is a vacant lot on that corner, and we're looking to build one single-family home on that lot. I have really just one witness tonight, who is Mr. John DuPont, who is the engineer who prepared the site plan that you have in front of you. He's also a professional planner, and he'll give the board the benefit of his planning analysis for this bulk or fee variance. I know Rich Burnett is also here. He's one of the principals of Creative Modular Homes, and he can certainly answer any questions that the board might have. But sir, I don't really have any plans to call him at this point, but certainly he is available. So, Mr. Chairman, without further ado, if we can have Mr. DuPont sworn in, I'll get him qualified, and I'll try to do this application as expeditiously as possible.
Sure thing. Good evening, Mr. DuPont. Please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Please give us your name, spell your last name for the record.
My name is John DuPont, D-U-P-O-N-T.
Thank you,
Oh,
sir. Please continue, Larry.
Okay, Mr. DuPont, if you can give the board the benefit of your educational background and professional licenses and qualifications.
I have a bachelor's of science in civil engineering from the University of Hartford. I am a professional engineer in the state of New Jersey, as well as a certified municipal engineer. I am also a professional planner in the state of New Jersey. I've served in front of boards throughout the state. I've served for the last 20 years as the Borough of Carteret zoning and
Accept
planning
his
engineer.
qualifications.
Thank you. very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Mr. Dupont, your licenses are still in good standing as we speak tonight, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Dupont, I know that you prepared a plan, which I believe it has been distributed to the board. If you can describe this particular lot, which is lot 5.02, block 168.09. And if you need to do any screen sharing, I'm sure you can do that if Joan will permit you.
Absolutely. So start with just very basically, you've heard it. This is block 16809, lot 5.02. It's an existing vacant lot. It's undersized. The lot area requirement of the zone is 8,500 square feet. This existing lot is 6,267 square feet. The lot width requirement for the zone is 85 feet. The width of this lot is 60. Now, aside from that, we're asking for no other relief. The applicant is proposing to construct a single-family home on that existing lot, meeting all the other bulk requirements from the zone. We're meeting the setbacks, rear, front, and side. We're meeting the building height. There is no other relief requested here. From an engineering standpoint, we took a look at the drainage. This property has a slight slope from Bissett to the adjoining property, actually, currently. When we did drainage analysis, the increase was de minimis. However, with the proposed house shown and the proposed grading, we think we're going to reduce the flow to that adjoining property. We're going to connect all the roof leaders directly to the existing storm sewer system on McCutcheon. That, in addition to the grading, the front of the property will drain to the street. We think we're making a pretty big positive impact on the adjoining property. And that, we're proposing sidewalks, ADA ramps along the property. Bring the site currently doesn't have any of that, so we'll bring that up to snuff. And really, from an engineering standpoint, that's as simple as this project. It's a single-family home in a single-family zone with some mild grading, and we think we're making an improvement on the runoff. And this applicant is not requesting, any height relief, any width relief, even though it's a smaller lot. A responsible proposed project.
And Mr. Dupont, the home that's being proposed is a two-story dwelling, slab on grade, correct?
That is correct.
All right, and the approximate size is, I guess, roughly 27.50 feet wide and 50 to 46 feet long. So we're talking about a footprint of about 1,200 square feet, give or take, 1,300 square feet? Okay, all right. Now, this property, and I think we did submit a stormwater report. Did you not do that, Mr. Dupont?
We certainly did.
Okay, and this property is located in the R7 zone. Now, what I'd like to have you go into now is, I know that you did some analysis of this particular area at our request, and I know that you came up with a report and with a study. So if you can give the board the benefit of your analysis on that, and then I'm just going to ask you to just discuss the prerequisites for C1 or C2 bulk variances.
If the board will allow me, I'll share my screen.
Yes.
Just a little bit. Okay, can all the board members see the screen?
No.
No.
Cannot.
Yeah. Takes a while.
Okay. I have no error note on my side. Anything?
Not yet. Joan, I think we sent you, I think what Mr. Dupont's going to testify to now is just I guess, an analysis that he did from a planning standpoint, which I think we emailed to you on Monday, which hopefully the board members have, but we'll wait a second and see.
Yeah. you want to try
Larry, is that
one
the colorized sheet?
No, this was I sent to Joan, basically it's a planning analysis of lots within 200 feet
Yeah,
and lots within 300 feet.
I think I know
Yes,
what
and I
you-
guess there was a colorized rendering of that radius area. Do you have that, Carl?
Yeah, I do. Let me get
Okay.
it to full
Yeah.
screen
Okay.
and I'll share it, see if that
All right,
works.
that'd be great,
Out on
sure.
Yeah, still waiting for technology to make our lives easier.
And if not, I'll just have Mr. Dupont give his summary. Here we
There we
go.
go.
Is
There
that
we go.
showing
We're
now? Yeah,
close. There it
Yeah, that's
is.
good. Okay.
That's terrific.
no problem. Go ahead, have at it.
Thank you very
gentlemen.
much. That's perfect. Okay, so now we're switching to a planning analysis. The exhibit you see in front of you is a map we put together along with the table, just checking the surrounding properties. And if I can, I'll go through my outline. We'll talk about this exhibit and we'll talk about this.
I apologize. Actually, we should, it's
You
not
wanna mark this?
marked. We'll mark this as Exhibit A1 with tonight's date. Sorry, Mr. Dupont, please continue.
problem. Okay, so again, the project, this is an existing vacant lot. The applicant is proposing to construct a new single-family home. There are two existing deficiencies, lot area, lot width. We believe the variances can be granted applying the C2 analysis. And with that, we know we have to balance the positive and negative criteria. Positive criteria. We have an existing undersized lot with respect to lot area, lot width, with no possibility of acquiring additional lands because the area is fully developed. The applicant is proposing a new single-family dwelling, which will comply with all the bulk requirements of the zone. And we feel the purposes of the MLUL are advanced by granting these variances. Our project will advance purpose A, to encourage the municipal action to guide the appropriate use of land development of lands in the state in a manner which are promote public health, safety, morals, and general welfare. We feel we're doing that because we are proposing a single-family dwelling within an existing single-family neighborhood, and we are designing it such to be consistent with the character of the neighborhood. Purpose C, to provide adequate light, air, and open space. Even though we're looking at an undersized lot, we are complying with all the other bulk requirements, thereby honoring the light, air, and open space of that zone. Purpose E, to promote the establishment of appropriate population densities and concentrations that will contribute to the well-being of persons, neighborhoods, communities, and regions. This is an existing lot within a fully developed single-family area. We're building a single-family dwelling which is consistent with the neighborhood. And aside from the existing lot area and width, we're meeting all the bulk requirements. So we feel we're advancing that purpose. Now, I did take a look at your master plan. And the very first goal of your master plan is to preserve residential neighborhoods. And the third objective under that is to encourage owner-occupied residential dwellings. We are doing both of those. We are preserving the neighborhood. We are proposing a house that is consistent. And we are also going to be selling a home, so we're encouraging owner-occupied. Your master plan goes on to say that the residential districts have an established character. And it's important to preserve that character. We feel we're doing that. And finally, in your land use study area, your ordinance states that it is the intent to retain the existing established pattern of land development in the R5 and R7 zones. And again, that's exactly what we're proposing tonight. Now, if we go to the exhibit that you're looking at, we've taken a look at two different areas. We looked at all the properties within 200 feet of our property. Our property is shown there in yellow. And there's an outline, a dashed line at 200 feet. It shows 26 lots within 200 feet of our property. Of those 26 lots, 24 of them do not comply with your width and area. So 24 to 26 do not comply with the bulk requirements we're asking for tonight. There are only, in fact, 2 lots within that area that comply to both. So when we expand to 300 feet, that's the second hash mark. There's a total of 54 lots within 300 feet of our property. Only 4 of those 54 lots comply with width and area. So what we're proposing is actually exactly what's in this neighborhood. Lots in this area are very, very similar to our size, our width, in our areas. So when we consider the positive criteria, we are constructing a new single-family home, which is completely consistent with the neighborhood character. We are improving the housing stock. We are generating additional ratables for the town. We're promoting home ownership. and the applicant is building within the zone setbacks. So as far as the negative criteria goes, I see no negative effects at all. This dwelling will perfectly conform to the neighborhood, not require any additional bulk variances. The applicant will result in a single-family home, which will create an opportunity for new home ownership. We are honoring the character of the neighborhood. We are honoring the building setbacks. We are going to reduce the existing runoff towards the adjoining property. We feel we're going to make that better to that adjoining property. And in summary, I feel the variances can be granted without substantial detriment to the public good, and the benefits clearly outweigh any detriment. Granting these variances will not substantially impair the intent or purpose of your zone plan or zoning ordinance. And that concludes my testimony. If anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to address.
Mr. Dupont, just a couple follow-ups. So just to summarize, when you did your planning analysis here, and if we take the lots that are within 200 feet, according to my math, 92.3% of them are non-conforming lots in lot area and lot width. And if I expand that out to 300 feet, 96, almost actually in excess of 96% of the lots are non-conforming in area and lot width. Is that a fair summarization of your analysis?
That is a fair.
Okay. All right. Now, one other thing. I know, Mr. I know that you've said that you're going to tie in well, first of all, we did a stormwater report, which indicated that we're not going to increase any drainage impacts on any of the adjoining properties. I had a discussion, though, with Mr. Cornell about the possibility of connecting all of the roof drains from the proposed dwelling into a pipe that connects to the storm sewer inlet located in front of the property. I'm assuming we can comply with that?
Yes, I think that's a terrific idea.
All right. And he's also suggested it, perhaps installing a few yard inlets along the westerly property line to collect water from the lot before it drains into the neighbor's property, and then connecting that to a pipe that runs to the inlet in front of the property. And again, I'm assuming that can be done without great difficulty.
Yes, I would say that we'll probably connect that yard link into the roof collection system.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Dupont. Mr. Chairman, I don't have any further questions. Certainly, my witness is available to the board.
I just have one question for Mr. Dupont. In your presentation, did you say there will be curbs and sidewalks all around the property?
We are proposing proposed curbing as well, both.
I did not hear when you're leaning over.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, we're proposing curb and sidewalk around the property.
Thank you. Any other questions from the board members of this witness?
Mr. Chairman, Carl Kemp, I apologize, Mr. Dupont, you may have said it. What is the zone you are in?
It is the R7.
R7 zone, okay. And then also, did you give the total square footage of the home?
Yes, I think we did, but we'll do that again.
Yeah, I apologize. I started writing it down. I didn't get all of it.
So that's a 2-story. So the total square footage is 2,750 square feet.
Thank you
It's on
very
slab
much.
on grade.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate the clarification. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Any other questions from the members?
Can we restate what the variance is?
Sure. The variances there's two variances. There's minimum lot area. It's required to be 8,500 square feet. The applicant's providing 6,267 square feet. Again, existing conditions in a corner lot. And then the lot width is supposed to be 85 feet and they have 66 feet.
Got it. Thank you.
Anytime.
Larry, is any other witnesses?
No, I don't. I mean, I have Mr. Burnett available, but I think Mr. Dupont's covered everything regarding the house anyway, so.
Okay. I would like to open up to the public if there's anybody in the public that would wish to speak on this application. Joan, do you see anybody?
I do.
And while
Okay,
Joan's
let's-
getting that person, if you're by telephone, only dial *9 to raise your hand. If on the computer, there's a hand raising feature next to your name.
Joan, we have Monica there?
yeah,
MONCA, yeah.
a hand was up.
Can she hear us or
Yeah.
he?
Monica, can you hear us?
Yeah.
She's not answering. Monica?
Yeah, it's actually MONCA. Whoever's
Yeah.
on MONCA, you have your hand raised. If you intend to have your hand raised, you want to ask a question or make a comment, please unmute your microphone and speak up. If not, we'll assume you hit that by accident and move on.
Okay, we have a very bad connection. Can you speak more clearly into the phone?
Joan?
Yes.
Okay, this is John's sister, Monica. I'm gonna give him the phone.
Oh, okay.
All right, here you go.
Hello, Joan.
John?
This is
Yeah.
John, yes.
Okay, it's John Corrigan.
I heard
Oh,
the
sure.
testimony of the previous witness there.
Okay, so you've been listening.
Yes, I have.
Okay, okay. All right, so then we do not have anyone in the public.
Okay, I'd like to close it to the public at this time. Do we have a motion?
Moving close to the public.
And Mr. Chairman, again, I apologize. The testimony regarding curbs and sidewalks, is that on both street frontages?
It's on both.
Yes,
Both street, okay, thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Chairman, that's
Thank
all
you.
I have.
All right, members, what would you like to consider with this application at this time?
Mr. Chairman, I move the application be approved.
Do we have a second?
Second,
Second.
Joan, roll call, please.
Mr. Henry,
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski,
Yes.
Mr. Emma,
yes.
Mr. Foley,
Yes.
Ms. Coe?
Yes.
Okay, that's all the board members. It's, application's been approved, chairman and applicant.
okay, Mr. Chairman and members of the board, thank you very much for your consideration and good to see everybody and stay safe.
All right.
You.
Good
Bye-bye.
good luck to you there.
Thank you.
All right. I guess at this point, would we have any resolutions at this time memorialized? Carl?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we have two resolutions to be memorialized. The first one is ECM trailer, which was a kind of repurposing of a property that had already received variances. They are just modifying the existing approvals to provide for the repair of just the trailers and no other vehicles. That was approved by the board. The resolution was drafted and submitted to everyone, including the normal stipulations. If there's no questions or comments, we can entertain a vote.
Do we have a motion on this resolution?
Motion to approve.
Second that.
Roll call, Joan?
Who made the motion, Phil?
Bill.
That was Phil Emma?
Tom?
Yes, that was Mr. Emma.
Second. seconded? Okay. Roll call, Mr. Henry,
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski,
Yes.
Mr. Corrigan,
Yes.
Mr. Emma,
Yes.
Mr. Foley,
Yes.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Okay.
And Mr. Chairman, we have one other motion, I'm sorry, resolution to be adopted. That was the Maureen Downey application. Homeowner who was putting a rear addition on the home, a freestanding garage and extension of the driveway. Application was approved, resolution was drafted with the normal stipulations. If there's no questions, we can entertain a vote to approve that resolution.
Do we have a motion on this resolution?
I make a motion that we approve as written.
Second.
Who
Mr.
second?
Henry?
Yes.
Phil.
Bill,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Henry? Mr. Kaczynski,
Yes.
Mr. Corrigan,
Yes.
Mr. Emma,
Yes.
Mr. Foley,
Yes.
Ms. Coe?
Yes.
All right.
Those are all the resolutions, Chairman. I have nothing further.
Thank you. I guess at this point, just going back on maybe old business, is there anything going on that that we should be concerned about at this point, Carl?
Well, no, we have nothing really pending or unusual going on. We're hoping that at some point we'll have live meetings. Things are
Right.
starting to loosen up. I don't know what the town, the borough rather is doing in that regard, but we'll follow their lead. I haven't kept an eye, I apologize, what Sayreville is doing with their cannabis position. I don't know if they're banning it throughout the whole town or not, but if that, there'll be an ordinance in that regard coming through the planning board, not this board. So we just want to be aware of that in case we get any applications for cannabis uses. But I'm sure, if we do get one, as always, Jay and John will, give us the details. And John always does a good job of explaining those issues in his planning report. So that's just keep an eye on the future. That's about the extent of it. There's nothing unusual going on unless anyone else has anything they want to raise.
Thank you. Jay, I have a question for you, off subject, basically. Do you know what building's being built up in Gateway Mall there?
No, it's an Amazon. It's an
I had
Amazon.
heard that. Yeah, I had heard it was originally approved as a food store.
Yeah, I heard it was either a Lidl or a Trader Joe's.
Yeah, I think it's official. Some guy was up there talking that it's an Amazon. It's like you kind of do all the shopping yourself. It's minimalist involvement, and I think they're building the same one down in Homedale, in the shopping center on 35. That is where the Best Buy is.
All right, thanks. Any other questions from the members at all? Joan, do we have much in the way of a meeting for next month?
So far, we have 2 applications, Phil being one of them. The other one is, Hartle Street. Not ECM, Ken Tate,
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, it's actually an application on Route 35, Sayreville Leasing and
oh,
Rental.
that's right, Route 35, I'm sorry, I'm getting my streets mixed up here, okay? Route
Okay.
35, yeah, it's a trailer repair, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a small business that maintains its vehicles. That's correct, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. I guess at this time, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor,
What
say
about
aye.
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Yes.
Bill,
What?
Yes.
what about the minutes?
Oh, okay. All right, did everybody get a chance to look at the minutes?
I
Yes.
move we approve the minutes.
Second? All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, folks,
Who
make
adjourned?
adjourn. Make a motion to adjourn.
Move we adjourn.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, see you next month.
Take care, everybody.
So long,
everybody.
Take care.
Aye.
Hey, everyone.
Right.
Thanks, John.
Okay.
Take care now.